Good everyone, welcome to this video. Today we have the review that I promised of the Ar-196 A-5 as part of the Swedish tech tree. Obviously this is a Finnish aircraft. Now before we begin, this review is going to be a little bit different to what I would normally do in a review. So we're going to be talking about this plane in a bit of a different sense, and what I mean by that is this aircraft is not an A-5 Ar-196. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, for a start, this plane has exactly 4 things. Well, technically, no, it's 5. 5 things wrong about it, which does not make it a 196 A-5. So, I'm not going to cover those just yet, but I'm going to go over the vehicle in general. So, the engine is a BMW 132K with 974 horsepower on WEP, which is not bad, but it's the wrong engine, which I'm going to cover later. The offensive armament consists of 2 20mm MG cannon, which again is wrong, but I'll point to that as I go along. And of course, you also get a MG17, which technically isn't wrong, but again, I'll explain in a moment. And of course, the only thing that is correct in terms of the armament is the back gunner, which is a twin 7.92mm MG81. This is arguably the best gun on the plane. I'm not going to lie. It claps. This rear gun absolutely claps, as you're going to see in this gameplay. Now, typically I wouldn't do a review like this, and obviously if you're new to the channel, don't assume I do my reviews like this. This isn't normal for me, but that's only because I want this plane to be better. And there's a lot of evidence that points towards this plane being better. But before we do, let's look at the bomb load, because obviously I'm sure you've noticed the small bombs under here. These are 50 kilogram SC-50J8 bombs. These are not great, but at least we get to base bomb with them is a positive. But you don't even get a bomb sight in this thing. Same with the A3, if any of you greybeards have it. You don't get a bomb sight, so you'll have to dive bomb onto a target in order to get these on target. Of course, the 7.92, I recommend universal belts. The turret 792, I recommend APT due to the amount of fires this thing can set. The 20mm, I really don't know what to suggest. I tried Uni, not very good, although it did okay. Air targets, not very good, but it did okay. Tracers, never used them. And stealth was very hit and miss. So I would personally either go Uni or Air if you have to use the 20s. But obviously, now we need to discuss the price of this thing, which is 400 golden eagles. Now, if this aircraft was correct, absolutely buy it. But for now, I would only get this thing on a discount. Obviously, I picked it up day one because I decided to. But it's just the sheer factor that this aircraft has so much wrong with it. It kind of, like, I didn't realize how much it had wrong with it until I picked it up. And obviously, as some people in chat have said themselves, they've mostly bought this aircraft because it's Finnish. Obviously, it's originally German, but it's something that obviously they had in the war. And since we don't have something like the Finnish Buffaloes or the Finnish G50s and things like that, this is something they can just pick up for a bit of fun. So now let's cover what's wrong with the plane. So as I said, the cannons are wrong. These should be FFMs with 90 rounds per gun, not 60. Now as I said, the MG17 technically isn't wrong, but there is a field modification, which I haven't found a source for this, so I can't confirm, of this apparently being able to be swapped out for an LKK-42 machine gun. I saw a very sketchy looking source, but I wasn't sure about it, so I didn't look into it, and, well, I don't know. But I'm sure someone in the comments will leave a nice post. The engine is also wrong. I think it's the 132M it should have, so it has about 75 more horsepower in the engine, which would be very nice. And as I said, the rear gunner is correct, but there's one other thing this plane is lacking, and that is armor, which, again, it doesn't have, which it should. It did have armor for the crew. But as I said, even though it's wrong in a few areas, it's still a fun plane to get. It's just, I wouldn't consider this your first purchase if you're playing Sweden for the first time. if you want my personal suggestions what to get if you're going for Sweden for the first time, I would go for the Morco. Now, obviously, this could change in future. If this aircraft does happen to get its changes and its upgrades and everything, I will likely re-review this vehicle and say it's a vehicle that you should buy 100% at the box at full price. But until then, I can't really advise a new player buying this straight away. Experienced players are going to love this thing, but a new player, not so much. One final point of note before I hand you over to the gameplay is there are some skins to unlock, but with 250kg bombs, which I forgot to mention as well, the bomb load is wrong, I will quickly cover that. It's going to take a while to get it done with just these bombs here, but the bomb load could be expanded to 4 100kg bombs. So, and those are Finnish bombs, so they have about 36 kilograms of explosives, so it would make getting that a little less painful, let's put it that way. But yeah, until that's changed, don't bother doing the base bombing. I wouldn't even G the skins for this thing, because it's not worth the money, even though the skins are very nice. But until then, just keep an eye on this plane, because it might have a re-review in the future if something changes. But anyway, I'm going to hand you over to the gameplay now. I hope you enjoyed today's review on the AR-196 A-5, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Hello, Mr. SB2M. How are you doing today? Normally I wouldn't be fast enough to intercept you, but because I'm cutting off your current position, I should get a shot. Only 1 or 2, but, you know, 1 or 2 is better than none. There we go. Got rid of him. Let's go for the SB2U2. Then again, no. That isn't the best idea. We've got to... I'm just going to mute this guy. He's spamming the fucking chat. There we go. Much quieter. And now everyone's spamming the fucking chat. There we go. That's all them shutted up. Sorry I had to deal with them, I'm afraid, folks, but that's okay. So, P-36C, I'm going to assume it's a C. Probably is given the BR, to be honest. Nope, that is an A. That is an A, you can tell by the tracer. It's coming from the cowling only, not the wings. And the cowling. I want him to get a false sense of security. I want him to think he'll get a shot, when in actuality he will not. Because then he will stall, and I will perfectly get guns on as I bring it around. Man was a bit horrible there, but that's okay. He will beat us in a dogfight, but that is okay. We've got 2 other targets to worry about as well. Some more hits, and we've got an I-16. You know what I mean about this back gunner? And absolutely collapse. Once you get shots on target, this gunner absolutely kicks ass. As you can tell. That's him gone. I've still got to dodge his shots, but that's okay. Gunner's still going wild, as you might imagine. There goes him. So ideally I would want to go against the F3F, but he's getting 3 up, and there's the flak hit. Lovely. In fact, no, target priority has just changed. We've got a I-15 to deal with. He is going to be first. Let's go get him. I would be worried about the P-36, but he's engaging the B-3C. So he shouldn't be too much of a threat at the moment. But we've got to keep an eye on him anyway. Remember, we still have our bombs on, but in the front we've only got the MG left, which... It's an okay MG? When you've only got one, instead of something like 2 or 3, it doesn't help. I don't know what the hell this J8A is doing. I think it's trying to give him a freaking bit of bum fun or something. Like, come on, man. Alright, you're taking the piss. I'm just going to go for it. And he's trying to ram it. Fuck's sake. You're going to get me killed, mate. Just fucking shoot it. Instead of fucking around. My guns are better. In fact, I need to lighten the load anyway, pal, so you're actually helping me out by trying to ram him. There we go. That's an ace. Let's lighten the load by dropping our bombs on this base. And there goes him. Honestly, just... You have 2,000 rounds of ammo. How the hell did you not kill him? I don't bloody know. Well, it's just that P-36 we saw earlier. Oh well. Let's see what else we can get. I need to slow down and let my engine cool down a bit. But at least we got to show off the really crappy bomb load, because like at the minute the bomb load is just terrible. Come on, engine, cool down. Cool down. There we go. Throttle back up to 100, and then we're just gonna go for some ground targets. And maybe we could make this 6. I doubt it, but you never know.
Attention to the map.
Yeah, you can go for that, buddy. That's perfectly fine. Now, I don't know where the P-36 is, but we've still got 200 rounds in the MG. Yeah, like in Harry's video, this thing definitely does have a good back gunner. Like, it's got a good back gunner. Like, the 20 mils are okay, borderline okay, but they're not the most useful. And of course, as I said, oh my god, hold on a minute. We got one hit from the AAA. Fuck off. Honestly, Gaijin, fix your shit. This isn't even funny anymore. I don't even think we're going to go back to base now because of that. Let's cut the throttle. Cut the engine, sorry. Okay, looks like he's coming out. That's good. So obviously the trucks can't shoot forward. Apparently they can. That just proves how broken the AA is in this patch. Like, bear in mind, the truck didn't even fire over the cab. It shot through the windshield. But hey, that just goes to show, even though this plane can be fun, Gaijin will always find a way to screw you.